how you doing today? My name is Relly and thank you so much for stopping by. Today we're going to be taking a first look at BioGun. I would argue that most of the best Metroidvania games are dominated by melee combat, but today we are going to be taking a look at a new Metroidvania game called BioGun, which has to be one of, if not the best Metroidvania games that I have played since Hollow Knight. I've been following BioGun for 2 years now, and it just recently got early access on April 16th. But this is not an early access demo like Ender Magnolia that only had about 2 hours of gameplay. Not trying to throw shade at Ender Magnolia, but BioGun is releasing with the game almost fully complete. They're still working out some bugs and kinks here and there, but this one is going to have plenty of content right from the early access release date. I was given an early review key after asking for one, and this review is based on the first half of the game, which took me about 7 hours to get through. The second half of the game is now available for everybody as of the early access release date. I'll leave a link in the description. Right from the start, BioGun is a beautiful looking game with great music, tight controls, and a unique story with tough bosses. Before we get too deep into the review, there's one big elephant in the room, and that is that BioGun performs very poorly on Steam Deck. The devs made the game using the Construct 3 engine, and for some reason, when it's exported to a game file, the game uses more RAM than the Steam Deck can handle, causing lag. I was able to complete the first half of the game on the Steam Deck, but some of the parts got really laggy. On the plus side, Dapper Dog Digital does plan to port BioGun to console, and when that happens, they will convert the game from JavaScript to C#. This means less RAM will be needed and will solve the problem. Or even better, maybe they find a developer who can help them figure out why it is lagging on Steam Deck when it's exported from Construct 3. I don't know. Either way, it's gonna get fixed, it's a known issue. Moving on, in BioGun, you play as a pig named Beck. You are injected into the professor's dog named Penny, which you can change it to any name you want, and you are sent to eradicate the duper virus in order to save all of dog kind. The game has tons of dog puns, and the dialogue is actually pretty funny. You meet plenty of NPC friends along the way, and will help solve some of their problems as you go. The path in the game is fairly linear through the first half of the game, as there are very specific upgrades that you need to acquire in order to progress the story. The map system was great and was pretty easy to see where you need to go. I talked to the dev and he said that after getting a specific power-up called the Capture Capsule, the game opens up similar to finding the Mantis Claw for Hollow Knight, where you'll be able to go several different paths. I'm not gonna lie, the controls took a little bit of getting used to. When you start the game for the first time, you can select one of two main options. I play on controller with the bumper jumper settings. If I'm walking around and just want a platform, I can use the A button to jump, but then if you're getting into more combat stuff, I'll use the left bumper to jump while I'm shooting at the same time, and that works out really well. Once I got used to the controls, there were no problems at all. As far as mechanics go, there are several unique things that you can do in this game. First off, I like the different weapons. There are main guns that build up a power meter, which charge a more powerful secondary weapon, and there are several different secondary weapons that you can use as well. There's a standard double jump and a little bit of a hover ability. There are different enzymes which work as mini upgrades. Green gives you extra energy to heal or shoot your more powerful weapon. The yellow enzyme turns yourself into a bomb that can be used to take out these red walls, and there is a red enzyme which lets you go through this red liquid. Later, the Capture Capsule lets you take an enzyme with you anywhere you want. I'm really hoping that we'll be able to hold a stock of enzymes with us once we get the Capture Capsule. I found that there were times where I wanted to use, let's say, a yellow enzyme to knock out a wall, but I happened to be holding a red or a green enzyme. It was not fun to then have to go figure out where the closest backtracking place was to go find an enzyme. To be fair, they were usually not too far away, and they were marked on your map. There are a ton of unique mechanics, and all of them have been paced out well and really fun to find and use. I'm excited to see what is left in the second half of the game. I only found a couple of main guns, so I'm hopeful that there will be some really cool new weapons on the second half as well. The bosses are really tough. Even the first main boss was something that I had to take a handful of tries to get down. I think that Hollow Knight fans will enjoy the tough bosses, but may end up being a turnoff for some people, as there was no difficulty controls. If you played the demo or picked up the early access game, you will have to let me know what you thought of the bosses. Early on in the game, you are introduced to different chip upgrades that'll make you stronger, or your enemies drop double currency, or bring a little robot friend with you to help you fight. You can only use one chip upgrade at a time, and I have not seen a way to upgrade the number as of yet. You can also find 3 ionized atoms to increase your health or your energy meter. I like how you can pick and choose which one you get to upgrade as you go. As you can imagine, the world takes place in different parts of your dog's body. It doesn't have a ton of gore and it's not grotesque, it's all colorful and playful. Like I said earlier, tons of puns, and one part has you raise and lower the urine levels of your dog. The doctor comes in really upset because this means that your dog's peeing all over the floor. Those little details, I think they're funny. BioGun has a fast travel system where some of the save points are near the skin, called an injection site. This lets you go from one major area to another. There are a few areas that feel like they're a little bit too far away from each other as far as like the injection sites go. And what that's going to do is cause some backtracking overall, but it's not too bad. Not gonna lie, I'm really excited to jump back in, play the second half of BioGun, especially if it opens up the world even more and gives us more paths to explore. I think fans of Hollow Knight are really going to enjoy how well this one plays and the difficulty of the boss fights. BioGun is for sure a must-play Metroidvania game and easily the best Metroidvania game I've played since Hollow Knight. The attention to detail, the fun dialogue, and the game has so much to keep you going. Even if you don't want to pick up BioGun in early access, be sure to wishlist the game on Steam. I'll be playing the heck out of this game and expect tutorials popping up soon. Be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss those tutorials. A special thank you to my members. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Again, my name is Relia, and I'll talk to you again more real soon. Thanks. Bye.